This is the Dolphin Explorer E20 robotic pool cleaner, and I went into my test with pretty modest expectations. It's sold as a premium entry-level unit, so I figured it would be decent but limited. From my experience, it surprised me in all the right ways the moment I unboxed it and put it to work. The first thing that hit me was the build. The body looks sleek and sturdy with a clean black and white finish, and the tracks feel solid. When I say tracks, I mean those rubber tank-style treads that help it grip the pool surface instead of rolling on small wheels. That usually means better traction on slippery spots and more confidence on walls. The filter system is a top-load basket, and that matters because it's easy to pull out, rinse, and pop back in. No bags, no fiddly clips, no mess. For anyone new to robotic cleaners, a filter basket is exactly what it sounds like. A removable box with fine screens that catches leaves, sand, bugs, and small debris, so your pool water gets recirculated clean. Setup was almost laughably simple. There's no app, no Wi-Fi, and no complicated routine to learn. In my opinion, that's a plus. I plugged in the power supply, clicked the single button, and dropped the unit into the pool. That was it. The moment it touched down, it started moving, scanning the floor in tidy passes. I like that there's no warm-up or confusion. It just starts cleaning. I didn't have to babysit it or nudge it when it reached corners. If you've ever watched a cheaper cleaner bounce around aimlessly, this is not that. The E20 moves with purpose. Key features that stood out to me in real use are the wall climbing, strong suction, and that roomy filter basket. The wall climbing impressed me right away. Many robots head toward a wall, get halfway up, and then give up. This one kept traveling from the floor up the wall and back down without hesitation. It rode the walls consistently across my runs, which led to cleaner vertical surfaces and a nicer waterline. I got the sense the tracks and weight balance are dialed in for grip rather than guesswork. Suction power felt strong. If you're new to pool robots, suction is the force that pulls water and debris through the filter. Strong suction matters for picking up grit that settles into the textured parts of your pool surface. I could see the E20 make tight turns and hold its path even in shallow water, which usually challenges weaker motors. I tested it near my steps and along some shallow edges where leaves tend to collect. It pulled in fine sand and small leaves without swirling debris all over the place. The discharge was clean, which means the filter was doing its job. I also tried a tougher scenario, a compact jacuzzi attached to the pool with narrow steps. In small areas like that, robots can get confused or jam themselves. The E20 handled it better than I expected. It climbed up and down the steps, turned itself around in tight spots, and kept cleaning. It didn't wedge itself in a corner or stall at the step edges. That's usually the kind of performance I see on higher-end units, so watching this do it at this price was eye-opening. After a cleaning cycle, I checked the basket. Pulling it out from the top is a big convenience. No flipping the robot over, no screws. The basket had a satisfying mix of sand, small leaves, and a few tiny pebbles. Rinsing it took under a minute with a garden hose. From my experience, a top-load basket that you can clean fast makes a huge difference in whether you keep up with regular maintenance. If cleaning the filter is a pain, people tend to put it off. With this setup, I actually found myself cleaning it right after each run because it was so quick. I also paid attention to how it navigated around drains and returns. Some robots trip over raised drains or get stuck. The E20 didn't hang up during my runs. It rolled over and kept going. I'm not saying it'll never catch on a tricky fitting, but mine didn't. The power cable stayed easy to manage, and I like that you have a simple caddy-style handle on the robot to pull it out. A quick tip if you're new to these: use the handle to remove it from the pool, not the cable. The cable isn't made to carry the robot's weight, and using the handle keeps everything in good shape. The look and feel matter to me too, and the E20 nailed the basics. It's compact, so it's not a chore to carry from the shed to the pool deck. It feels sturdy enough to take daily use. I ran it on consecutive days just to see if anything rattled or felt loose. It stayed solid, and the tracks didn't show any weird wear. The power supply is simple and clearly labeled. I like straightforward controls, and this is as straightforward as it gets. In my opinion, The cleaning performance competes with pricier units when it comes to floors, walls, and steps. The coverage felt thorough. It didn't miss the corners of my rectangular pool, and it didn't waste time mindlessly circling one spot. After a couple of cycles, the water looked clearer and the floor lines were crisp. I also noticed less grit sinking back to the bottom the next morning, which tells me it's trapping fine debris well. If there's a trade-off, it's the lack of app control or fancy scheduling. Some people want remote steering, custom cycle lengths, and calendar timers. I'm the opposite. I wanted a robot I can drop in, press a button, and forget about until it's done. The E20 fits that style perfectly. If you're someone who wants to set and forget on a weekly timer from your phone, this might feel too simple. For me, the simplicity is a relief. It's perfect for anyone who wants a no-nonsense cleaner that covers floors and walls with strong suction and easy upkeep. From my experience, the biggest wins are how confidently it climbs walls, how well it handles tight spots like steps, and how quick the filter basket is to clean. Those are the day-to-day details that determine whether a robot earns its keep. I'd recommend this for pool owners who value ease of use, reliable navigation, and fast maintenance over app features. If your pool collects a mix of sand, leaves, and small debris, and you want predictable performance without a learning curve, the E20 makes a lot of sense. I also think it's a smart pick if you've been burned by wandering cleaners that miss half the pool or get stuck. This one moves like it knows where it's going. Key features that made a difference for me were the one-button start, the sturdy tracks for grip, the large top-load filter basket, consistent wall climbing, and clean water output. The whole package feels like it was designed for real use, not just showroom specs. In conclusion, the Dolphin Explorer E20 delivered more than I expected for a premium entry-level cleaner. It looks good, runs strong, climbs walls with confidence, navigates tight spots, and keeps maintenance simple. In my opinion, that combination gives it real value. I came into this test thinking I'd find a basic machine that did an okay job. What I found is a robot I actually enjoy using because it gets the pool clean without drama. If you want me to test it against specific debris or different pool shapes, drop your ideas below. I'm already planning a follow-up run after a windy day to see how it handles heavier leaf loads. For this video, the E20 earned a spot at the top of my budget-friendly picks. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants a dependable cleaner that just works. Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your questions or what you want to see next. Thank you for watching.